correspondent Rita Braver has the story.
The man charged across Pennsylvania Avenue wielding a knife. When he refused repeated commands to drop it, Park police shot him.
The officer feared for his safety, so he shot the man. He shot him 2 times.
Scores of tourists were in the area.
We were just about to exit the White House, and when they pushed us back, told us to get to the floor or get behind one of the walls to safety so he won't get hit in case more bullets fly.
The assailant, 33-year-old Marcelino Corniel, is in critical condition at George Washington University Hospital. Police sources in California tell CBS News he has a long history of assaults with dangerous weapons. Homeless people who camp out in Lafayette Park say Corniel has recently been living among them, and that he became agitated earlier in the day when Park police rousted him on one of their regular patrols. In 1978, security agents disarmed another knife-wielding man who jumped the White House fence. And some eyewitnesses are questioning whether the police really needed to shoot today. Were you surprised when they shot?
Yes, I was very surprised. It seemed like an unusual level of violence for somebody just holding a knife.
But White House security forces are on edge after a series of incidents. The small plane that crashed on the White House lawn in September, and 2 other shootings, including one this past Saturday, that's still unsolved. Furthermore, Park police say Corniel had the 9-inch dagger taped to his hand and was apparently intent on harming someone.
Well, I think if someone was pointing a knife at me and brandishing it, and I had a gun, I'd shoot him. Yes, that is appropriate.
President Clinton was informed of the incident, but had no comment. White House aides say it did not appear to be aimed at him in any way, but was merely the kind of random violence that could occur anywhere in the country. Nevertheless, it's likely that it will lead to more calls for increased security here. Rita Braver, CBS News at the White House.
And late word tonight, the FBI now says the suspect will be charged with assault on a federal officer. Security is also about to get tighter at America's airports, not to protect the president, but the public. As correspondent Bob Orr shows you tonight, there is a new weapon in the battle against terrorism.
The Federal Aviation Administration today took the first step toward closing a long-standing safety gap by certifying the first high-tech scanner capable of detecting bombs in checked airline luggage.
These machines provide automatically a degree of defense that isn't present in any machines that are deployed today.
The FAA action comes on the eve of the 6th anniversary of the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland. That plane was brought down by a cigarette pack-sized bomb hidden in a radio inside a checked bag. The scanner's manufacturer tested a similar device for CBS News.
This is an enlarged view showing the radio, the detonator, and the electronics.
Unlike conventional flat X-rays, this machine uses medical CAT scan technology to take pictures from all angles, making it more difficult to hide even small amounts of explosives.
The cross-sectional slice, however, clearly shows the explosive inside the radio.
The FAA won't describe what procedures are currently used to keep bombs out of bags and cargo. Terrorism expert Frank McGuire says there's a reason not to talk about it.
The mail in the cargo hold, the express packages, the baggage that the passengers have checked, to my best understanding, that is still not checked for bombs.
The new scanners will reduce the threat, but won't be widely available before 1998. And at $800,000 apiece, the scanners may lead to higher ticket prices and flight delays.
So there's always a price to pay, and the price you pay is convenience and speed versus safety and security.
The FAA likes to point out there hasn't been a bomb go off aboard a plane in the United States since 1979. But critics say the FAA continues to move too slowly, trusting a security system based largely on luck. Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington National Airport.
There was great interest today in a meeting of the Federal Reserve. At issue was whether to raise interest rates for the 7th time this year. The decision, no. No more rate hikes this year. But most economists still expect the Fed to raise interest rates early next year in what the Fed calls an attempt to keep inflation in check. The